Hi everyone, welcome. So my name is Tracy, I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia, and tonight's live is all about the paper pumpkin kit that was available to the South Pacific region. It is the Joy to the World kit. It is a Christmas kit, so exciting to be showing you and playing along and crafting along with this one as well. Hi Marion. Hi Sandy. Okay, so I'm not sure how many people are going to be live today. I know it's a little bit early for some people. I have been told that a few people are going to be at work, so they're not going to be able to be live. And that's okay because you'll be able to catch the replay. I'll also put it on my YouTube channel tomorrow as well. So for everyone who has purchased this paper pumpkin kit through me, you received in the mail 3 card kits. Let me bring them in and show you. Now we're going to be working on these 3 kits tonight, as well as some of the paper pumpkin kit. So I'm going to show you first off the cards that we're creating. Hi Renee, welcome. So this is one of the cards that I sent the kit up with the kit, and these are all using all the products that I've supplied with this kit, as well as the stamp set from the Joy to the World set. So that's one. We have this one here. Now I really didn't want to use anything that was part of the kit except for the stamp set, and the reason is I didn't want to take anything away from the kit for anyone. So everything was provided, whether it be ribbon, die cuts, designer series paper, everything. So and these were free, so anyone who purchased the kit through me got these for free, so it was a little bit of an added bonus. Not only did you get the kit for $37, you also received these 3 beautiful cards, so super cute. Okay, so I have put together some of the cards because I thought if I don't put them together before I do the live, I might not be able to, I'll probably put them aside and not finish them off. So I have created some of the cards. Let me show you some of them. They are absolutely gorgeous. I love the background of here. It's gold embossed with the crumb cake. So it's really, really pretty. And these are so spectacular. Very upmarket. They're easy to do. And I've done some of them a little bit different than the kit. See, this one here doesn't have the Whisper White embossed piece in the background. I thought I would jazz some up and not do them exactly how the kit says. And this is really important because you don't have to do everything the way the kit says. You can change things around, you can use the elements, make a completely different card and make alternatives. And that is fine because it's really just your imagination and your kit that you can create things with. So those are some of the cards there. We're going to make 2 of these cards up tonight. And we're also going to be doing those 3 cards as well. And I just want to say too, I did stamp my envelopes in those wreaths with the Just Jade ink. So in the kit, Sandy loves the kit this year, absolutely. I think we've been very lucky to have 2 paper pumpkin kits this year. I would love to have paper pumpkin all year round because I think they're great for beginners, they're great for elderly, they're such a wonderful idea for kids, so it's really nice to make it easy for people because not everyone is super crafty, but I think anyone can be crafty with these kits. So let me just move everything out of the road. It did come with a full sheet of the dimensionals, which is fantastic. I love that they gave us full-size sheets rather than mini ones. Let me bring in that stamp set, which is the one we'll be using today. There's some cherry cobbler twine. Hi Lisa. Hope you've had a wonderful day. And this is really thin, so really beautiful. There's some mini glue dots, which are a little bit different to our normal glue dots. These are a lot smaller and thinner. So we have 2 pieces of the embossed, because I did do one card without the embossed piece, and then we have a larger one as well. So it came in small and large with our embossed pieces, and this is that cable knit embossing folder that you can see. So that's lovely. We have some die cuts, and these pop out really, really simply and easily. And we also have more die cuts that are pre-coloured, all ready to go. So these wreaths we're going to stamp the wreath stamp over the top, so it's really easy. Lisa's been out watering and chasing puppies. Do the puppies like water, Lisa? I've got a dog, our German Shepherd just absolutely loves water. And when we water our trees with the sprinkler system, we've actually got to lock her inside because she goes crazy. Some gold foil that's already pre-die cut, so fantastic idea there. And then we also have 2 card bases that we're going to create the cards. Now each kit comes with full instructions, so you're not going to be left in the dark. And these kits are still available as well, so if you're after any one of these kits, they're $37. You can purchase them now. I just checked before I jumped on to make sure that they are still available, and yeah, wonderful. And they even give you little alternatives as well, which is fantastic. Really great idea. And if you do get this kit, you can check on YouTube. You can just search Joy to the World alternative cards, and lots of demonstrators create lots of alternatives for this set and for all paper pumpkin kits as well. So that's really good. Okay, so we're going to start crafting. Let me see. And I didn't mark exactly which one we're going to create. It was one of each, so one of these ones and this one here. And just looking at my kit. So these come in all our languages: French, English, German, and I think maybe Dutch. I think anyway. So I think we might do the piece because I think that's really nice. So I'll show you those other cards that I've already created earlier when we're finished here tonight. But really you can do anything you want with these elements. So yeah, let's do piece. And I'm also going to need this one for this larger style here. Not really, they don't think they know what it is. They don't like the heat, like you. I don't think anyone likes the heat. Well, I lie. My husband likes the heat, but I think they're crazy people who like the heat. Okay, so let's start with just one. And we're going to use that larger of the 2 Whisper White pieces. And for these cards, using the larger one, it goes this way, but with our other card that we're going to create, it'll go long ways. So we have that one there. I'm going to bring in one of these die cut pieces, and we're going to stamp this wreath with the wreath stamp that we have here. It's been quite warm today. How's everyone coped today? I think yesterday was absolutely beautiful. It was like 23 degrees, I think. It was so nice. So in the kit as well, you get these little mini ink stamping pads, and I'm just going to use my large one. I find it a little bit easier to use the large one, but if you are getting the kit, it does come with the ink as well. Marion says it's lovely there. That's good because you've had some really hot weather. Just making sure I'm lining this up. See how well that looks? And then you've still got your berries on there all ready to go. These pop out. And with our little labels here, we're going to put, let's do as they say here, sending piece. So we're going to do that one. So I'm going to get the sending out from the kit as well. So you will need a acrylic block for this as well. That doesn't come in the kit. That's better. So this one here we're going to pop up onto our Whisper White piece, but before we do, we're going to pop some twine around it. Hi Renee, how's your day going? So we're just going to wrap it around once. I'm going to tie a nice little bow here on the side. I've had a really busy day in the shop today. It's been a typical Monday, super busy, which is probably why I'm not a big fan of Mondays. So I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller. Now the kit does tell you how much ribbon you could have. And I think it's 18 inches, so it's got a little measuring tool inside on the instructions, so you just measure it twice and then cut it. I find I use less if I do it this way. I'm not wasting quite so much, so I end up with a little bit at the end of it. There we have that one. I'm going to pop these up with some dimensionals. It's been good but hot. Another Queenslander. I've had the evaporative on today, which has been really nice, but it is quite warm outside. Not anything like Queensland or New South Wales have, but yesterday was so nice. So I'm going to pop this over the top of the ribbon. And we're going to pop this one up as well. And I'm just going to pop a dimensional on the middle of our sentiment here. So how was everyone's weekend? Did you have a busy weekend? And you don't have to. I'm just adding a little bit of extra liquid adhesive to the ends. These will be held on the wreath there. So I'm going to put that one down. The piece we're going to add with those mini glue dots that come in the kit. And I don't really need any on the A, but I can put them on the other pieces. And these are just that little bit bigger than the die cut. But once we take the backings off, and I've put it there anyway, like I've just set it to you. So if you take the backings off, if it is sticking over, what you can do is you can just manipulate it over itself, and then it's not showing on the underside. Lisa supervised while hubby and son mulched some garden beds. I hope they weren't doing that Saturday. It was a shocker Saturday. So popping that down. And I'm also going to just pop this one up so we've got nice pop-up feature. There's heaps of dimensionals here, so don't be afraid to use them. Gate duty. Well, someone has to do gate duty. That's a good idea. And you did it on Saturday. Not good. So we're just going to pop this down on the middle of the card. So there we have it. Super quick. So let's move on to the next one. And these are going to be using the smaller of the two die cut pieces. And like I said before, we're going to fold and score our card base, but we have it facing this way this time round. And for this one we have our two die cuts of the flowers. Have the large Whisper White die cut. I didn't reline my bin. I cleaned my room again yesterday afternoon and I emptied my bin. It was overflowing as usual, but I didn't reline it, so I'm going to have to do that before I can get rid of all that rubbish that I've got sitting there. Your son loves the heat. You don't think he's mine. My son's actually, he was born in Queensland, but when we moved to the Northern Territory when he wasn't quite 6 months old. And even to this day, he still doesn't really rug up too much. And he doesn't like wearing shoes. So, up in the Northern Territory, he used to just wear singlets and nappies or undies. And we stayed there for, I think, 2.5 years. So he was 3 when we left. So it's just funny how he just doesn't like wearing many clothes. So for this one, we're going to stick that gold feature on the back. And if you were trying to save some of your things, you could cut these off and just stick the sides in, and then you'd have quite a bit of gold foil there left over. That's a good way of saving some of your supplies. So I'm just going to stick some of these glue dots down. And I will say I much prefer our normal glue dots to these ones. Just lining those ones up. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach our flowers to our sentiment. So we have one that's going to go up the top and then another one for down below. And to do that, we're just going to stick some more glue dots down. These are going to get popped up, so we are going to put some dimensionals on the back. There's one. I better put a third one on this one as well. She might have got a little bit too much sun on Saturday. The gold in this is very pretty. It's especially in the card bases. How pretty is that? Very nice. Okay, for our sentiment, we're going to pop some of the twine around the back. And I found the easiest way to do that was to actually pop some dimensionals down. So we want some twine coming out of this side here. So I'm going to pop 1 and 2, taking the backings off, and then I'll show you a little trick. And this also saves you wasting a lot of twine. This is really curly, so let me just grab my bone folder and just take some of those curls out. That is a really good tip about the bone folder, especially if you're ribbon and your twine. So I'm going to pop the end in on that glue dot, and I'm going to loop it around, popping it on the back of that glue dot again. So I'm going to come back over and do another loop. So you see that? And that's all the twine I've used, which is really good because otherwise you could do loops upon loops upon loops and you're using a heap of twine that you really don't need to. Okay, so we're going to do down on this side as well. So let's pop another couple of dimensionals down. And you could make your loops as big or as small as you like. If you want more loops, you could do more loops. Yeah, I wish they'd bring something like this out that you could purchase. Absolutely. So I've just gone down, I'm going to do another loop and I'm going to make it a little bit larger than that first one. See how good that looks? And you've used way less ribbon than you need to. So let's pop some dimensionals on the back here. And I'm going to pop it up onto the white embossed card, and then we're going to pop that up again onto the card. You don't have to pop up the two layers, but I think it looks good. There we go. So let's pop these ones up as well. Backings everywhere, and you could stick it over to the side, over to the other side, in the middle. Got some on the middle. I'm going to stick this one on this side just so they're all a little bit different. So that is the kits that come with the Joy to the World kit, or the cards, sorry, not the kit. That is the cards that come with the Joy to the World kit. Let's start working on our extra cards. Now make sure when you're doing these at home that you do your envelopes. You really do need to do your envelopes. Let's start with, I think this one's the easiest to do. Now this is using very vanilla cardstock, and I've embossed with the Old World 3D embossing folder, which is beautiful. Let's have a look at that one. So one side's more raised, and then you've got the debossed side as well. So I've already pre-folded and scored the card base. We have a piece of this beautiful designer series paper, and I didn't get my kit that said what everything was. This is from the Poppy kit, this die cut. Moments. And these come out really easily. I will say the cut and emboss machine makes it a lot easier with our die cuts that are all fiddly, which is lovely. And then I have the smallest in the stitched shape dies. This is in the circle. So we're going to stamp this one with the Just Jade ink and that wreath. And I'm also going to stamp that off. I'm going to stamp it off a few times. So let me get just a scrap bit of card. So I want it quite light, so we're going stamping off twice, and then I'm going to come in for the third time. There we go. And I'm using the soft suede ink as well. Now if you only have this one colour, you've just purchased this kit and you don't have any other colours, you're welcome to use just the Just Jade. You could also use some of the leftover pieces from the kit. As you can see, there is a joy there. There is a love. Just trying to see what else in English. I think that's it, but there is a couple of different ones that you can use as well. And I'm just going to use that Stamp Joy. In the soft suede. I'm going to just glue that straight down onto that label. Looks like a little bit like a bird's nest to me. Also in that kit we have some linen thread, and we're going to, it's actually really nice and long, so double it over and create a bow, and there's plenty here. I want to make sure there was plenty there. Even if you're not a good bow tyer, you're not going to struggle. So heaps. Cutting off the ends. And we're going to pop that down with a glue dot. So let's bring in those glue dots. So we can work on our embossed piece. We're going to just glue, and I've used liquid glue with most of these cards. I find liquid glue to be really good, and it's really cheap as well. Oh, I didn't cut this one very well. I've actually cut more. So we can just cut that excess off. And we're just going to quickly pop this one up with some dimensionals. Getting towards the end of the dimensionals now. The other gold words in the kit, been cutting the letters and using them on cards instead of wasting them. That's a great idea. Great tip. That is a really good tip. Because there is heaps there. So popping that one up, and we're just going to glue this one straight down to our card base. And you know, there is plenty around the words as well that you could die cut. You could also punch pieces as well. That's why my designer paper was just that little bit too big. My matting piece is a bit smaller. So cute. It's a very quick and easy card. The next one we're going to do is this one here. A lot of glue on my fingers. So I've just found the re-love of basic rhinestones. Does anyone use the basic rhinestones? I don't know, I've got quite a few packs in my drawer, and yeah, I've been using them a lot lately. So I have a die cut from the stitched. Oh, this is terrible. I really should have grabbed my notes. Stitched perfectly, stitched so sweetly. It's one of the stitched. And these are all cut so we can just pop them straight down. So we have Night of Navy, Just Jade, Smoky Slate, and Melon Mumbo, which I thought are a little bit different for Christmas. But I love these two colours together. So for my sample, I did stamp the flower in the background with Versamark ink, which you can't really see overly well. So what I thought, because we do have the Just Jade ink from the kit, I thought what we might do is we might stamp those flowers in the Just Jade all the way around and see what that looks like, because it's really not going to hurt anything. And then it does show that even if you only had that little Stampin' spot of Just Jade from the kit, you can still make the card. And I love this sentiment as well. Wishing you a very happy Christmas filled with fun and laughter. Okay, so let's just stamp all the way around. Oh, that looks nice on the pink. Oh, I like this. And I'm just turning my stamp around as I go. Oh, this looks so much nicer than the Versamark. And that really does pop. It looks like a memento on the Melon Mumbo. So I'm just going to get these edges and one there as well. Nice. So we have our sentiment as well. And because these are photopolymer, you could use your Stampin' Pierce mat underneath as well. That would work. I find this one works really well without it. Some of the photopolymer ones don't work quite so well. Oh, thanks Ingrid, welcome. Hope you had a great day at work. Okay, so we have some Just Jade in colour ribbon, and we're going to tie it over and just attach it to the back. Now you could use tear and tape, you could use the glue dots, dimensionals, what will we use? I think we might use some of the dimensionals because we're going to pop this piece up anyway. And these will definitely keep them down in the right spot, and I might actually make these just that little bit bigger so they go right over the top. And then we have the 3 little rhinestones that we're just going to pop down as well. You could use your stamping blends to colour these in as well, if you have stamping blends, which is just alcohol-based markers, and that'll tie them all in together. This has been my favourite card now. Look at that. That looks so much different, doesn't it? Really pops. Okay, so we're moving on to our third and final card. This one here. We're using this gorgeous Forever Greenery ribbon combo trim, which is gold twine. Beautiful. We have the stitched star die in gold foil. Use the classic label punch for our sentiment. I've coloured in with the stamping blends using cherry cobbler stamping blends for the rhinestones. So we have lots of little rhinestones that are all nice and red. You can get red rhinestones in the catalogue as well. So we have thick Whisper White card base, a piece of Just Jade cardstock, another piece of that Designer Series paper, and we're just going to layer these two together with some liquid adhesive. And we're just going to glue this one straight down to the card base as well. There's a little bit of glue just there. I keep getting everything stuck on. Let me just try and get rid of that a little bit. We have another piece of thick Whisper White that we're going to stamp in the Just Jade using the wreath stamp. So this one here. And we're going to have to fussy cut this one out, but it's really easy to do. Let's just quickly fussy cut this one out. You don't have to be overly really close. These are meant to be just fairly quick and easy cards. Adding a few extra ones to your stash. And using this stamp set's awesome for Christmas cards as well. So you've sort of got like a double bonus there. Purchasing the kit, you make the cards, but then you've got the stamp set and the extra supplies from the kit to create extra cards. And you could purchase note cards and envelopes, and just make some note cards and envelopes and send them as Christmas cards. So anyone that says that they're not crafty, you really don't need to be. Don't need a lot of supplies. And it doesn't have to be really expensive either. So I did have a few people take me up on this offer, so hopefully you're able to do the crafting with me as I'm doing it. You can watch the replay on YouTube tomorrow if you miss anything. But don't forget, this kit's still available right now. I did check before I came on. So $37. And I thought we have to go in and do a little bit of fussy cutting from the middle as well. It looked a little bit funny not to go around the wreath from the inside. I've got new paper snips coming. I ordered them the other week. I got notification from Stampin' Up that they're on their way, so that's exciting. These ones are just a little bit blunt. So I have the rhinestones, and I'm just going to cut up in between each ones. These are the strings that attach together, so you do need to just cut in between each one as they're all stuck together. And then we're going to lay, actually we might put everything together before we put them on, that way they're going to be spaced out just perfectly. The punched piece, we're going to use the sentiment to you and yours, which we haven't got out yet. And there is in this stamp set berries, so you can create and pop berries down on your wreath. And the other stamp that we haven't used today is To the World. But all the others we have, so it's nice when we can use a set and use all the stamps. So I'm just going to line this up in the middle. Beautiful. And that's it for the stamping, so I'm just going to pop that out of the road so I don't mess up anywhere. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on each of the corners. You could use some of the glue dots. I'm just going to use some of my liquid adhesive. It's here on my desk right in front of my fingers. So popping that down. Our little star we're going to pop up on a dimensional. I'm just going to chop one down. And we're tying a bow with our thread here. I wish we could purchase this by itself as well. I love gold thread at Christmas time. But this is in the annual catalogue with the Forever Greenery trim combo. So to secure that one, we can pop a glue dot down on the middle of our star. Lifting the backing off. Now the ends fray really easily on this ribbon, which gives it a really nice effect. I'm going to cut this down just slightly as well. Mess up the edges. Okay, now we can start sticking down all those little berries. Oh. I don't know whether I'm going to stick all of them down, I think. No, I'm just going to stick those ones down. So you got more than enough there if you want to stick more down. So we're going to pop this wreath up onto our card, and we're done. So these are really simple cards, any beginner could do, but I think anyone would love to receive one of these cards as well. I think the gold star just really picks it up. So beautiful. Okay, so let me bring in the cards that we have. I'll just get rid of my glue as well and clean up just a fraction. So we have that one there that we just created. This one here. Actually, I think it was this one that we just created. This one. Which one's your favourite? The one on the left or the one with the right that we created tonight? This one I absolutely love. It just really does pop out. I really don't think, really can't see the Versamark too well on that one. Sandy's tempted to get another set. That's a great idea. So then we have these ones here that come in the kit, and you can create them any way that you'd like, which is what I really like. Kits are really good. They give you directions, but you don't have to follow them. You can create something a little bit different. Ingrid says, the one on the right, excellent. Love them all, thank you. So there we have them. Now let me just show you quickly some of the leftover pieces that I still have. So with the gold foil, I did say before you could use these extra pieces that are around here to die cut or to punch, and there's heaps there. And like Sandy said, you could cut off the letters to create a word on another card, which is a fantastic idea. Never even thought of that, so thank you for that. That's a really awesome idea. We have a full die cut sheet. We have a label left over. I still do have a couple of dimensionals, which is fantastic. Most people would probably have a lot more left over. I tend to use a lot of dimensionals, so if I've still got leftover, everyone's going to have leftover. And we've also got almost half a sheet of the glue dots as well, so that's fantastic. And I did create the other cards with this kit as well, so you're getting heaps in that kit. Okay, now just for a quick one, I am ordering catalogues for the new mini catalogue that's going to be available 5th of January next year. I'm able to order them tomorrow. If you're a customer of mine, I will be sending them out to you as soon as I receive them. If you would like a catalogue, all you need to do is place an order in my online store, and you'll be popped on the list for a catalogue when these come out. And this is the best catalogue Stampin' Up! Have had in a long time. I'm controlling myself in what I order tomorrow. So as a demonstrator, we get to order tomorrow as a pre-order. And yeah, I think we're going to be in a little bit of trouble tomorrow. Okay. Well, thanks everyone. I'm glad that you've all enjoyed it. I really enjoy that you're all here with me tonight and I wasn't by myself. For everyone that did purchase from me, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you enjoy the extra card kits that I've placed in your kit. So I'll be planning on doing card classes in the mail starting January, which I'm organising at the moment. I'm really excited to use a few of the new sets that will be coming out in the mini catalogue. So if you're interested, please sign up to my newsletter. That is probably where you'll see the information first off, and you'll get heaps of information in the newsletter as well. So If you're not already part of the newsletter, please sign up, because you'll get a tutorial for free. You also get quite a lot of bit more extra inspiration as well. Posting, not pisting. What did you say, Marion? Lots of fun extra for posting. Absolutely. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great week, and I'm back here on Thursday. I have an amazing card and 3D project for you. I'm really excited to be showing you that one. It's using the Coming Home bundle, or the Trimming of the Town suite. So stay tuned for that one, because it's really good and you're going to want to create it as well. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.